Yo, guy, I hope you're well. So, guys, I've got a quick one here, and it's about our beloved friends at the EU, the EU Mafia. And I've had to write some notes down because there's a few bits and pieces that I just can't commit to memory. So, I hope you forgive me for that. But, guys, okay, so one of the reasons that the UK opted for Brexit away from our beloved friends, the EU Mafia, was to prevent the bureaucrats forcing unelected and shady quangos upon us. So, guys, the EU Mafia has ploughed more than £4 billion. I was about to say euros, £4 billion into unaccountable NGOs. And if you don't know what an NGO is, it is a non governmental organization, and they're normally not for profit or non profit. Anyway, so that's over the past 3 years. The EU has ploughed over £4 billion into these NGOs. And what makes it worse is that there has been no way of auditing these NGOs that the EU has ploughed all this money into. So the ECA, which is the European Court of Auditors, has said that the European Commission still cannot provide a reliable overview of which groups are receiving public money or how this public money is being used by these groups. So poor data and minimal checks have highlighted how poor controls and oversight has been into these NGOs. Brussels handed nearly €5 billion, and we've worked it out, and that's about £4 billion, into these NGOs between the years 2021 and 2023 without proper restrictions and minimum standards in place to prevent these same NGOs from lobbying the same institutions from which they've been receiving their handouts and funding from. This is one of the reasons why Britain felt compelled to leave the EU and to apply for Brexit. Peter Klepper, I hope I've pronounced that name correctly, Peter Klepper, who is editor in chief of Brussels Report Europe, said, once again, it appears that the EU has learned nothing from Brexit. So a lack of accountability still plagues the EU institutions, with this latest scandal now revolving around bureaucrats treating heavily taxpayer funded NGOs as civil society. So, guys, corruption abounds everywhere, or at least the smell of corruption or incompetence. Take your pick. So, the audit was launched in the wake of the Quartergate corruption scandal, in which NGO linked figures were accused of funneling cash to MEPs, members of European Parliament. The auditors stopped short of claiming wrongdoing, but said that despite progress since 2018, the system remains deeply flawed. So critics have argued that the problem goes much, much deeper. So hopefully I've pronounced his name correctly. Bert-Jan Russen, an MEP, member of European Parliament, for the Dutch SGP party, has said that EU funding to NGOs appears to be shrouded in mystery. Shrouded in mystery. And to me, that means that no one really knows what is going on. It's mysterious. So literally these NGOs are getting money appearing from who knows where, but no one knows where the money's going to, where the money's coming from, what the money's being used for, and how it's being used. So literally, as this chap said, Bert-Jan Russen, who's a Dutch MEP for the Dutch who's an MEP for the Dutch SGP party, said this funding is shrouded, in mystery. So the row has already sparked a political backlash in Brussels, and centre-right and far-right MEPs have narrowly failed to block a tranche of €15 million in operational funds from the LIFE program last week amid concerns over lobbying. So lobbying is a huge concern here. So are people lobbying on behalf of the it's crazy. So literally what we could be having is these NGOs are lobbying with the money that is being given to them with the people that they're supposed to be. Guys, it is all a fix here. No, it shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't happen. It really shouldn't happen. Anyway, guys, so it seems that the EU Mafia likes to do as it pleases rather than as it commands others to do. So, yeah, it's a case of do as we tell you to do, but not as we do. And surprisingly, EU President Ursula von der Leyen was unavailable for comment. So, guys, I'm always available for comments. So, please put your comments down here in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Do you have any opinions about NGOs? Do you have any opinions on the EU just shoveling money at these NGOs? Just shoveling money at these NGOs. But then these NGOs then are now coming back to lobby the very people who are funding them. Really? Does it make sense to you? Does it make sense? Make it make sense. Does it make sense? I don't know. Anyway, guys, yeah, I'm always here for comment. Ursula von der Leyen may not be here for comment, but we're here for comment, guys. Leave your comments down here and make sure you look after yourselves, you look after each other, and make sure you come back for the next Toilet TV reaction, guys.